And then you're going to chamber that knee and then drive that lead teep in, and then rear knee. You can keep the same stance going because you're going to work this a couple times through. Another one we got is our balancing teep. So we're just going to hold that knee up, and we're going to do the teep as we balance. And trying not to put that foot down for as long as you can. Alright? Another one is the 3-time switch stance with a lead hook cross. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and now you're in your other stance. Hook cross. 1, 2, 3, hook cross. 1, 2, 3, hook cross. And you just keep that going. Then we've got our burpees and our fight stance. So for this one, fists down, jump your feet in, and up. You're going to switch stances here when you jump. Okay, so you do that, keep that going, makes it a little bit more fun for your burpees. Then we've got our slip and our hooking elbow and rear uppercut elbow, and then you can go to the other side. So switch stances every side so that your other foot's forward and you're working your other hook, another uppercut. Then we move into another one that's really good for your core and your shoulders, keeps your body nice and tight. So you've got to make sure your hands are right underneath your shoulders. You're going to try and do those butt kickers. So here I'm really keeping it nice and strict. And then when I want to do a little bit more bounce to it, make it faster, and then I can go back to my strict movement again. So that's our plank butt kickers. Then we have our roll. And then we're going to do a lead overhand and a rear uppercut. So I'm making a complete circle here. So I'm rolling all the way around and then doing my overhand and my uppercut. For this one, I'm just keeping the same side because it's a little bit more complex. I'm not going to switch sides every time. Side shuffle to side kick. So we go side shuffle. You can do even fast feet on the spot. If you have a smaller space, bigger space, you can do shuffle, side kick. Got to chamber that knee and then bring it down with control, all right? And you got to look where you're driving that kick to. Okay, next one. The bridge jab with the rear hook. So the bridge jab is where you're trying to close off the distance between yourself and the opponent. So I'm stepping in with that, but I'm also dropping my shoulder so that my shoulders aren't directly in line with my opponent's shoulders. All right? So I'm dropping my shoulder, and my arm is creating a bridge as well. And then I'm doing a rear uppercut or a rear hook. Okay? Whichever one you want to do there, or on a bag, you can do a hook. Alternating knees, I'm going to switch stances every time. It's going to drop from that back leg. Drive it in, and you use your arms in a clench, and you can even, if you have your gloves on, you can slam those knees into your gloves, make it more challenging for yourself. Next one, rear roundhouse and rear check. So we're going to go rear roundhouse. I'm going to step back, check, and then I'm going to load my rear leg, chamber, and throw lead teep. So here, check, teep. Roundhouse, step back, check, teep. You got to try and do that with control. It's easier on the bag because it stops you from turning, but when you are shadow boxing, this is where you can build your balance because you don't have something to stop you. You have to stop yourself. So you're using eccentric contraction. You're contracting the muscles that are pulling back your movement. So you've got your stop here, step, check, and then shift your weight, teep. Don't be afraid to slow things down so that you get the technique properly and you build your balance. That's where you're really going to get your balance built, and it really helps when you start to speed things up so you're not falling out of everything. And then we've got our squat thrust. Looks like a plank position again. For this one, I'm going to really, when I'm in my squat, I'm going to get down nice and wide here. And this is great for actually on the floor. So I'm actually in a low squat with my hands on the floor. Okay? So you might be up here, or you might have to be a little bit further back if your hips aren't as flexible, but you're really trying to get a squat. Okay? And then we jump our feet out and in. Alright, so that's a great one for flexibility, and it's going to burn up your quads, guaranteed. Then we have our next exercise combination here is a lead uppercut, but we're going to do an elbow. So I'm going to have that hand in front of the face. Some fighters have their hands right on their forehead for this. And either way, you're using your whole kinetic chain to load this strike. I myself like to have my hand on my forehead, but it's just off to my temple. And then I drive it up, so I'm protecting my face here still. So we've got our lead uppercut elbow, and then a rear overhead elbow. So I'm coming up, and then down. Up on my toes, and I can even add a jump to that if I wanted to get a little bit more dynamic. Next drill is jack punch outs. So I'm going to do a punch on every step, making sure that I'm punching straight out and coming right back into that face. You can also do a lower impact version of this, and that's good too for coordinating the same side foot, connecting it to the same side strike. That's fine as well. Okay, 2 more. Lead step back. And then we throw a lead teep and a cross. So we're going to step back, chamber, teep, and cross. You've got to do this on the other side the second time through. Then we've got speed bags and heel digs. So these can be the opposite hand or same side. Alright? Those are some exercises that you can use for your kickboxing or Muay Thai. And if you want more, then subscribe. If you want to get connected with spicesfitness.com training program or virtual training, check in with me at spicesfitness@icloud.com. And I'll catch you at the next workout. I hope you enjoy those tips and have fun with your training.